So in today's video, I'm actually going to walk through all the various kill streaks and explain how they work. For one, because some of them are just new to the Call of Duty franchise, and the ones that we're used to don't all necessarily work the way that we're used to. And I'll also explain briefly how Hardline, Kill Chain, and Pointman work together with these individual streaks. If you enjoyed the video or find it helpful in any way, please do me a favor of hitting that like button, and if you're looking to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, make sure you do subscribe with notifications on. There's actually 3 different perks in the perk 2 category that modify how your streaks are earned. Hardline will reduce the number of kills needed for a particular streak by 1 kill. Kill Chain will make it so your kill streak kills count towards your next kill streak, but those kills only apply if you earn that kill streak within the same life that you're actually using that kill streak. Then you have Pointman, which basically converts all your kill streaks into score streaks. And overall, I think I might give the edge to Pointman over Kill Chain, because once you've earned those streaks, you could actually die, and when you spawn back in, you can call in all of your streaks, and any score gained from those streaks will be applied to your next set of streaks. I'm pretty sure you can take advantage of this if you set it up the right way. So there are a total of 20 streaks in the game if we're not counting that specialist bonus, which I'll go ahead and save for a completely separate video. So there's a total of the 19 streaks that are visible, and then there's a secret 20th streak, which is actually the tactical nuke. So we'll go ahead and go through each of the streaks, and I'll basically explain the different mechanics of how they work. First up is a personal radar. It's going to go ahead and cost you 3 kills or 375 points, and it lasts for 30 seconds, and pretty much what it does, it'll bring a little helicopter that kind of hovers above you and pings enemies on the map. The shield turret costs the same, 3 kills or 375 score, and it basically allows you to place a deployable turret that you can actually jump into, and it has a little shield on there to protect you. Overall, this thing isn't very durable, but it does deal a lot of damage. You can see you get 200 rounds. So if you're able to hold up in a particular location, you could do this for quite a while if you find the right head glitch. Next up is the counter UAV. It costs 4 kills or 500 score, and this one works a little bit different than we're used to. You have to actually place where you want the counter UAV to go, and it'll last approximately 45 seconds. And since you place it, it's actually proximity based, so the closer an enemy gets to the actual location you placed it, the worse the effect they'll have. Next up is the UAV, and this one, once you call it in, it will last approximately 30 seconds. And when it's in the air, it's actually going to highlight player locations that aren't using Ghost, and it's also going to highlight anyone firing their weapon that is unsuppressed. Next up is the care package, also 4 kills and 500 score. Once you go ahead and throw it for it to come in, it takes approximately 12 seconds for it to land. And unlike previous Call of Duties, it's completely random. You don't know what the item is, and there's nothing you can equip to re-roll the item because it is a blind roll. Literally, you walk up, it says pick up kill streak. Next up is the cluster strike, which costs 5 kills or 625 score. And when you activate this one, what'll happen is you'll pull out this little laser, and then you can actually direct where you want it to hit. And once you select the area, that area will be hit with 6 blasts over the course of 12 seconds. That's definitely something to keep in mind with certain objective game modes. Next up is the cruise missile, which also costs 5 kills or 625 score. And pretty much you're able to call this one in. It'll hover over the map, and then you can line it up with wherever you want it to hit. And if you want it to hit a little bit faster, whatever you use to fire will actually speed up the missile. Next up is the precision airstrike, which also costs 5 kills or 625 score. And like the cluster strike, you have to sight into the area that you actually want to hit. And after you've marked the target, it takes about 6 seconds for that first blast to hit. Next up, at only 7 kills or 875 score, is the infantry assault vehicle. And after you've called this one in, it takes about 10 seconds to land, and it'll stay on the map for 3 minutes before it self-destructs, as long as it doesn't get blown up before then. And something to keep in mind with this particular streak is if the map size doesn't support the tank, you'll be given a wheelson instead. Next up is the sentry gun, which costs 7 kills or 875 score. Once you place the sentry gun down, it will last for approximately 75 seconds. And one other thing to keep in mind is it doesn't have a full 180-degree rotation. It's probably a little bit closer to about 160-degree rotation. That's just something to keep in mind before you set it down. Next up is the wheelson at 7 kills or 875 score. And pretty much once you call it in, you'll get this little bot that you can drive around. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the controls, but you'll be able to use the wheelson for about 60 seconds before it self-destructs. Next up is the emergency airdrop at 8 kills or 1000 score. And just like the care package, once you throw the little thing, take about 12 seconds for them to land, and once they land, just like the care package, they're all going to be blind openings. So once you go ahead and walk up to them, it'll say pick up to grab the kill streak. Next up, for the same 8 kills or 1000 score, is the VTOL jet. Pretty much you're going to select the location, you're going to go ahead and place this. It'll go ahead and come up on the map. It probably takes around 5 seconds. And then once it comes to the map, it'll stay on the map for 65 seconds. And it'll just pretty much shoot anyone it sees. That's going to go ahead and bring us to the white phosphorus, which costs 10 kills or 1250 score. You're going to go ahead and select the path you want it to hit. And it takes about 10 seconds for the blast to actually hit. And then it'll leave an effect on the map for 30 seconds. And I think on a small enough map, you'd actually get a ton of kills with this particular streak. For the same 10 kills or 1250 score, you are able to use a chopper gunner. It takes 5 seconds for you to actually get control of it, and it will last for 45 seconds. And this one's actually pretty cool because you get 2 different weapon types. You get the regular cannon, but you also get these Hydra missiles. You get 8 of them per use that you can go ahead and use to blow up a specific area. It does take a little getting used to with the particular cannon rounds because you kind of have to lead your shot or else it won't actually hit the target. And one thing that's not obvious about the streak is it's actually player controlled, so that means you can move your left analog stick to actually control the direction the chopper moves in. Next up is the support helo, which costs 11 kills or 1375 score. This one pretty much you call it in, it lasts for 60 seconds. And I'm not really sure how this one's different than the VTOL jet, other than you don't really have any control over the location it starts at. And just like that VTOL, it'll just spot enemies on the floor and shoot at them. Next up at 12 kills or 1500 score is the gunship. And this one takes about 7 seconds to come in before you can actually take control of it, and it will last approximately 45 seconds. And with this one, there's 3 different ammo types. You can see that you can continually swap through them the same way you would swap your weapon, each with their own little reload timer. You can also put it to thermal. I guess that'd be a little bit more effective on a nighttime map. Not 100% sure, but that's pretty much how the gunship works. Next up is the advanced UAV at 12 kills or 1500 score. This one's a little bit weird because what will end up happening is you call it in, 20 seconds later, it'll say it's out of fuel and on its way out, which is a little misleading because the streak will actually go on to last another 10 seconds. And what the advanced UAV does is shows directional indicators of where enemies are looking in real time. Right here, you can see the advanced UAV just ran out, but on the mini map, you can see that those triangles are still there for an additional 10 seconds. And that brings us to the Juggernaut streak at 15 kills or 1875 score. And just like the care package and the emergency airdrop, once you go ahead and throw the little thing out, it takes about 12 seconds for the suit to actually land. Then once you go ahead and jump into the suit, you're going to have this music playing, which you could toggle on and off. You're going to have reduced mobility, tons of armor, but you're also going to have unlimited ammo. You could spray this thing for as long as you want. It's not going to overheat or anything like that. If you do aim down sight, you'll get a little bit tighter spread, and pretty much you stay in the suit as long as you stay alive. And that brings us to the secret kill streak, which is the tactical nuke at a 30 kill streak. Keeping in mind that these kills can only come from your weapon, your tacticals, or your lethals. Meaning that if you go on a 15 streak, call in a gunship, get another 10 kills, and then go ahead and call in a chopper gunner, get another 10 kills, you're not going to get this tactical nuke. You're going to have to earn it the hard way. And just like I did with the other mechanics, pretty much how the tactical nuke will work, it'll take about 8 seconds for that 10-second counter to start. And once the counter reaches 0, it takes about 7 seconds for it to actually impact and end the match. So overall, the entire animation from start to finish is about 25 seconds. So as far as some recommendations, if you're not that great at the game yet, I would start with some lower streaks. But at the end of the day, my personal preference of my 3 streaks that I would go with are the UAV, the VTOL jet, and the chopper gunner. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do me a favor hitting that like button. If you're brand new to the channel and would like to find your way back, make sure you do subscribe with notifications on. Do appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.